Hi, I'm Darryl Peck and you're joining me at Norton Disney in Lincoln, and we're here to showcase the new Korda Kaizen rods. The range starts with a 12 foot 3 pound version, there's a 12 foot 3.5, a 12 foot 4, a 12 foot 6 4 pound that I'm using, a 13 foot 3.5 and a 13 foot 4 pound. Now, you know, what rod would you choose and for what reason? Me personally, I'm using the 12 foot 6 4 pounds because it's in the middle. You know, 13 foot rod is an all-out casting rod, and I would say a 12 foot rod is more for general purpose fishing. That 12 foot 6 it's in the middle. It's good for long range fishing, it's good for general purpose fishing, and a bit of a jack of all trades. If you're fishing small waters, then I'd recommend the 12 foot 3. Like if you're fishing sort of medium sized lakes where sort of maximum distance of cast would be up to say 120 yards, then you could go for the 12 foot 4 pound. If you were fishing maybe a little bit further, 130, 140, then you would go for the 12 foot 4 pound. And if you were fishing extreme range, sometimes, you know, then you would pick either the 12.6 or the 13s. But a rod for every situation, and a very, very nice piece of equipment.
The Kaizen range has been many years in the making. We always vowed that we wouldn't move into rods, and yes, we could use the materials which are absolutely top of the tree, and that is what has happened. You've got high modulus carbon that literally only a few rod builders around the world can actually use. And we're very proud to have that. It makes the rod very, very lightweight. So high modulus basically means you need less carbon to create the same test curve. So whilst they're slightly thicker in the butt, they feel really light when you pick them up. And if you pick a rod up with a reel on it, it's so well balanced, it just feels like the tip of the rod's not even there. And a light tip that's very, very powerful means it moves through the air really, really quickly. So people like me who are reasonable casters, not brilliant casters, can put it a really long way. The rods themselves have been tested over probably the last 4 or 5 years, and we've moved into test curves that people haven't done before because modern fishing demands it. I'm using the 12 foot 4 pounders, which seems like a brutal rod, but there's been lads who have never played a fish on those rods here today, and they've done really well with them. So I think what it would do is encourage people to use rods of a higher test curve than they would do normally, but they had to pass the tests from our own fishing first before we would put them out there to the mass market. So like I say, myself, Darryl, Damien at Korda, Tom Stokes, Spooner and Dovey have all been using them for years to make sure they're absolutely right, and then they've become available. You will find the full Kaizen range in most Korda stockists now. Obviously it's up to the tackle dealer as to how many of the range he keeps, but if you ring round you'll definitely find the test curve for you. They are in reasonable short supply. We've cut our orders down just because of the financial times that we live in, and everything that we've brought out initially has already been sold into the shops. Obviously there are some that you can order and they will drip feed over the course of the summer. So if you can't get them straight away, place an order with your local shop and they will turn up.